Hey everyone, welcome to the Redmen TV. Steve here. It is player ratings time after Liverpool got their Premier League campaign underway by drawing 2-2 with Fulham at Craven Cottage in a game where, quite frankly, a point might have actually flattered them. I thought Liverpool were second best throughout a lot of the game, but thankfully goals from Darwin Núñez and Mo Salah, that always scores on the opening day, kind of rescued the point, albeit there were a couple of contentious goals for Fulham as well, but pretty much personally, I thought the Reds were under par, and that's probably going to be reflected in the ratings that I give. Before we start, though, I want to know who you think Liverpool's best player was in that game. I don't know if there were too many options for you, but yeah, use the live chat on YouTube below. To vote, it's very, very simple. All you need to do is type an exclamation mark, the word vote, a space, and then the number of the player, which correlates to this list over here on the left-hand side of my screen, or over your screen, I don't know, that side, anyway. Well, it's there, it's right there. So yeah, for example, if you want to vote for Alisson as man of the match, you do exclamation mark, vote, space, 1, and hit return. At the end of the show, we will tally up and see who you guys thought was Liverpool's best player on what was ultimately a frustrating afternoon in London for the Reds. Right then, let's get on with the show. As we are going through as well, guys, do use the live chat as we go through and let me know what you guys thought, what ratings you would have given some of these players as well. I'll get to some comments and some numbers as we go through. Just simply type the player's name, what score you'd give him out of 10, and then maybe give me a little bit of reasoning as well. Let's start with Ali then. Didn't actually have to do that much, to be truthful. Went the right way for the pen. It was just a really good pen. The first goal after that, I was a little bit critical of him, but looking back on it, there wasn't much he could do. I don't think it was just, again, it was a header from 2 yards out or something. So I don't think Ali had much to do, to be honest. Didn't have to really make a save because Fulham hardly did anything, but maybe could have done a little bit better on the goal. So my average rating's usually a 6, so I don't think Alisson was above or below that, so I'm just going to say 6, and we'll move on. Let's see this. Andy Robbo at left back. I thought he had a pretty good game, not brilliant going forwards, defensively pretty sound, I thought. Yeah, I thought Robbo was all right. Again, it's hard, this one, because I'm trying to think of some really standout moments either way for some of these players, and maybe they're probably the best of the defenders, Robbo, when I go through it, perhaps. I'll have a little look at your comments while we decide to make our minds up. So Florin and Dickie Red, nice to see you guys back for the player rating show. Both give 6 as well. John give a 7. Yeah, I think 6.5. I'm going to go for Andy Robbo. I thought he was decentish, but not one of his better performances. Virgil van Dijk then, I thought that was one of the worst games I've seen Virgil van Dijk play for Liverpool, if truth be told. Not only wasn't he wasn't that great defensively, his passing was rubbish. His long passing was absolutely rubbish. He just looked like a bit rattled, to be honest. And he got himself into a battle, and then it wasn't going his way. And yeah, that switch that is usually just nailed onto Mo Salah's foot every single time, or maybe Trent or whatever, it just wasn't there from Virgil. I don't think Virgil played well at all. Brace DeVille says Virgil was shambolic today. He set very high standards for himself as Virgil van Dijk, but yes, John said he was rusty and gave him a 6. I'll be honest, I thought he was worse than Alisson and Robertson. 6 is usually my go-to rating for average. I think he was below average, so I'm going to definitely give him less than a 6. I think I am going to give Virgil, obviously gives the penalty away as well, which I should have mentioned. That should be one of the first things I said, where again, I don't think he did particularly well. Let's have a look at what you guys say then. Ashan gives him a 4. Dickie Red just said his passing was off and he was bullied by Mitro. Yeah, we've got loads of 5s and loads of 4s all round there. He is our centre-half and he is our number 4, so maybe that's poetic. I'm going to say Virgil gets a 4.5. Don't think he was very good at all, to be honest. Joel Matip, better than Virgil, but not great. Even some of Joel's passing wasn't brilliant, really. I know he plays a big part in the first goal with a good pass, but I don't think he'd done well. We've got to go back. Sorry, you've got a question, man. Does anyone else think it wasn't a pen? I didn't think it was a stone wall pen, but there is contact knee to knee. And when that happens, the refs, he can't change his mind. VAR isn't going to overturn it. I think it was slightly soft, and Mitrovic does make the most of it, but there was contact, and Virgil found himself flailing a strange leg, really. So yeah, I not too many complaints. I'm not convinced it was, but it isn't. I don't think it's a shocking decision either. I think, and again, I don't think Virgil covered himself in glory. Right then, Matip, loads of you guys, Flodden again's give him a 6. John's give him a 6 because he lost the ball quite a bit as well. Um, 6 okay tackling, but going forward wasn't great, says Ben. I think he was probably average. Mate, Allison got a 6, Robbo got a 5. I'm going to give Joel a 5.5, just slightly a little bit underneath his average. Trent at right back then, I don't think Trent played particularly well. Again, the first goal, everyone's just going to say, Andy, Trent can't defend the back post and stuff. I don't know what much more he can do there, really. You know, Mitrovic is coming in behind him like a steam train and leans all over him. He's got to run on him. But Trent, I'll be honest, with the ball wasn't brilliant. But again, the second goal comes from a little bit of a good ball from Trent, and he was a little bit more involved. But I don't think Trent played particularly well. Some of you guys are voting now and giving him 4s and 5s, 3s as well. I think Trent gets the same score as Virgil, maybe. No, in fact, I think he's probably a little bit worse than Virgil. But he does have a good ball for the second goal. I'm going to say Trent, I'm going to give him a 4. Yeah, I am actually. Yeah, 4, I am. I feel like I'm being a bit harsh, but yeah, whatever. Fab in midfield, and he was the one who got hooked, and Liverpool actually got better when Fabinho went off at midfield, when Henderson went into number 6. Fab looked loose with the ball, and I'll be interested to see what you guys think of Fabinho, because I don't think he had a good game at all, really. And do let me know in the comments below. Just write Fab. I'll stand over this side when I'm on, and turn that slightly so I can see it. Yeah, let me have a little what you think about Fab. Let me know as well what you're talking about. When you just throw numbers in the chat, I've got no idea which player you're talking about. You need to give me a little bit of a heads up. I've got no idea. Yeah, I think Fab wasn't great, to be honest with you. You know what? I'm stumbling because I'm doubting myself on that Trent one, because I think I might need to just up it slightly. I'm going to change my Trent one to a 4.5 just because of his involvement in the goal. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That was playing on my mind a little bit. Fabinho then. Yeah, let's have a little look at you guys. And Caid gives him a 4.5. Yeah, Lardy gives him just a 3. You can't give Trent the same as Virgil. Virgil was sloppy. Trent looked like he couldn't care most of the time. Yeah, I'm okay with it. It's fine. We're splitting hairs over points. Fab then. I don't think Fabinho had a good game, actually. I'm going to give Fab a below average 5. Don't think he was that good. I wasn't shocked when he went off. Thiago, I thought was playing okay. But it's just... Liverpool have got a problem with Thiago in that he's our best midfielder, but he just can't stay on the pitch long enough. And, you know, when we bought Thiago, Liverpool done something they very rarely do, in that they went and got a very seasoned professional footballer. He was a world-class footballer, undoubtedly, and it slightly changed how we play. And we've become very reliant on him in that left-hand side midfield role. His issue is he keeps getting injured, and he's not fit enough all the time. It's, again, not particularly his fault. It's just one of those things. Again, ironically, Liverpool actually got better when he went off. The subs did make a difference there. But before he went off, I thought he was playing all right, decent enough, average Thiago performance, really. I think I'm going to go 6 for Thiago. I thought he was doing okay-ish until he went off. Henderson was... I got a lot of stick, obviously, for the Henderson. Anyone who didn't watch the Community Shield, and I thought he was excellent in the Community Shield. And some parts of Twitter decided he wasn't, and that's fine. Everyone's entitled to an opinion. I don't think Henderson had a good game at all. Me and Paul were chatting about this earlier. Paul thought he was probably slightly better than I did. I thought he was pretty rubbish, to be honest with you. He does some things well. I get that. You know, there's a chance where Liverpool might have conceded if Henderson hadn't sprinted back and got his head on one. I thought he was loose with the ball. Not brilliant trying to win it back either. I don't think Henderson had a good game, to be honest with you. Let me have a little look at what you guys are saying. Loads of 4s for Hendos as well, and 3s and 5s. A very mixed bag. Jordan Henderson often does this to everybody, doesn't he? I think he was pretty rubbish, and I'm going to say there's 8 coming in there. I'm not going to give him 8, definitely. I imagine that one. I think I am going to say Hendo gets... I'm going to say a 4. I think he was the worst of them in this area of the pitch. I'm probably going to give a different... I'm probably going to give a similar number out up forward, but I didn't think Hendo was very good, to be honest with you. sticking on that theme, then I might as well go straight to centre forward Roberto Firmino, who didn't have a good game at all. I thought Bobby was poor as well. And there was no surprise when he went off. I don't know how long Jürgen was going to wait for the sub. I think the Thiago injury kind of prompted him to do the double change there and then. But he could have took Firmino off at half-time and would have been justified in doing so. And Núñez's performance when he comes on, again, he wasn't perfect, but Liverpool looked a lot better with him on the pitch. But I think it was one of Bobby's poorest games, to be honest with you. And I'm not sure how to rate him. I think I might give Bobby... Yeah, the same really, a 4. I think he was ineffective. I don't think he had a good game at all. Luis Diaz I thought was unfortunate. Like I say, scores a goal that's offside. He hits the post. He's like the nearly man at the moment. Luis Diaz. He's there. He's very, very close, but he's not quite at. He's not quite finding whether it's a bit of luck or whatever. But I thought he was certainly the best attacker that we had in the first half. And when he went off, I was a little bit shocked, to be honest with you. But Jürgen clearly wanted Carvalho on, and he'd looked at all the other options, and well, he couldn't take Salah off, and he'd already changed his midfield. So I think it was like Diaz was the last one. He was like, well, that's what I've got to do, obviously. I'm going to give Luis Diaz the same that I give. I think Luis Diaz gets a 7. I thought he was decent, but not brilliant. Still need a little bit more end product from him. Mo Salah scores again. He scored on the opening day of the season like he often does. Hit and miss, in and out of the game. Ineffective, but more because of Liverpool, really. Liverpool couldn't seem to get Mo on the ball as much as they wanted to. But like I say, when it comes up, he is involved with the goals. Does really well. Assist and a goal in the game, like I say, as did Darwin Núñez. For that reason, really, I think you have to give Mo a decent result. I don't know if it's a Mo Salah issue that they couldn't find him too much, or it was that Liverpool couldn't find Mo Salah. So I'm not quite sure what happened there. But I think I will give Salah goal, assist, 8. I think that's about right for Mo Salah. You can't ask for too much more than a player than that. Again, a little bit in and out of the game, but listen, he's there to score, he's there to create goals, needed both of those, so you've got to respect him for that one. I think the subs, I thought Milner and Elliott were both excellent, actually, when they came on, and Darwin Núñez. I'll start with Carvalho, because he came on latish and didn't really have a chance to do anything, and he has one shot that goes over the bar, but I think, just for the clarity, I'll say, again, he didn't have a lot to do, so I'm just going to give him an average 6 for Carvalho, because again, he just didn't really have that much time. But I'll go back to the main subs who I can chat about. Let's start with Milner. I thought Milner was brilliant when he came on. He had the drive and determination. He was brave with the ball, and he was playing through the middle, and he's involved in that first goal where it's laid into someone a little neat round the corner. He's obviously on the overlap as well. I thought I think Milner was really good. I thought he had a really good game. So I think I'm going to give Milner 7.5. Thought he was good. Gets involved. And I'm going to give Harvey Elliott the same, actually. There's a definite shout now that Harvey Elliott needs to start, especially with the Thiago injury. I thought Elliott played well again, both involved in the goal. I think at times he needs to be a little bit braver, actually, which is surprising. Like, there's times when he can just turn and drive, but he seems to want to lay it off. But I thought they both really, really impacted the game in a positive manner. So yeah, that's why I've given a 7.5 to both Milner and to Harvey Elliott. Darwin Núñez then, Liverpool look much better with him up front. He gets himself in the middle of goal a lot. He is going to score a lot of goals. I'm certain of this. There were still parts of his all-round game that might need to be a little tidied up, but essentially, he makes a good save from the goal. He denies him. He scores a few minutes later. A slight bit of luck, but again, it's a good, decent run. Nice little flick and stuff. Gets the assist again. Right place, right time. I'm not sure if he's trying to control that or bring it down, but I thought he was good. I'm going to give Darwin Núñez an 8 as well. And you know what else I'm going to do? I've decided I'm going to do a rare occasion of changing my mind. I think Milner actually deserves an 8. I think he was better than 7.5. So I'm going to go back to that one and change it to an 8. There we go. I might just make Jordan Henderson a 10, just for all that. No, I'm not joking. I won't. Calm myself down. Right then, so my player ratings for Liverpool versus Fulham, or Fulham versus Liverpool rather, for the Liverpool players. Ali gets a 6, Robbo gets a 6.5, which I might regret. I'm going to change that as well. I'm going to go back to a 6. Just because I realised in the first half that he probably should have not shot across goal, he should have passed it. I'm taking off for him for that. Ali gets a 6, Robbo gets a 6, Virgil gets a 4.5, Matip gets a 5.5, Trent gets a 4.5, Fab gets a 5. Got 4 for Hendo, 6 for Thiago, 4 for Bobby, 7 for Diaz, 8 for Mo Salah, 8 for James Milner, 7.5 for Harvey Elliott, 8 for Nunes and 6 for Fabio Carvalho. Yeah, it was a very disappointing game really from Liverpool. What I would say on Nunes, Liverpool looked better with him, and at some point, you know, I agreed with Jurgen starting Firmino and not starting Nunes. In hindsight, that wasn't the right decision. Bobby didn't play well, and Nunes certainly had an impact. Although, again, he comes onto a game, it's different. Who knows how it goes if he starts? But he's going to score a lot of goals, and at some point he needs to be playing. I wouldn't be shocked if that comes sooner rather than later. Right then, let's find out who you guys thought was Liverpool's best player in the game. Producer Joe is hopefully going to shout as someone's name up for me. Darwin Núñez, yeah, fair enough. Can't complain with that one. I'm guessing you got quite a bit high percentage, Joe. 34, maybe you didn't. 34% of you thought Darwin Núñez was Liverpool's man of the match in what was ultimately, like I say, a disappointing game. I'll be honest, I think Liverpool were lucky to draw. I know things went against them, a little bit hard lines, but I think Jurgen said this in his post-match interview, like the best thing about the game was the result, because we probably should have lost, and I tend to agree with him there. Like I say, let me know in the comments section if you weren't watching live, what you think I got right, what you think I got wrong. Remember, be nice. Be nice, it's only numbers on the internet. It's all cool, it's all gravy. Just be zen and chill and be nice to each other. Yeah, me and Paul are going to go back to the main studio now and do the instant match reaction over on Redmen Plus if you want to come and join us there. If you're not signed up, like I say, I know it wasn't the best result, but listen, we might help cheer you up. We've got loads of great content coming this week. Hopefully a big interview on its way as well. Hope, fingers crossed. But yeah, loads and loads to come. So yeah, check out Redmen Plus. We'll be doing the instant match reaction there. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it. And if you didn't, just forget it ever happened. I'll catch you all soon. Ta-da.
Get closer to Liverpool Football Club and the amazing city of Liverpool with Redmen Plus. More content for your eyes and ears, documentaries, extra bonus Redmen shows, podcast features, interviews. Get close to the culture of Liverpool Football Club on Redmen Plus.